There I am. Hey everybody, it's Annette Green with Elizabeth Craft Designs. I am live and I've got hummingbirds on my table. You may have seen that real quick. Welcome everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. I am one of the last few that's going to get this whole being on Facebook and YouTube at the same time thing. We're working on it. So I'm sitting down today. I don't normally sit down. But I thought with what I'm going to do and all this coloring, I would really like to be seated to be a little closer to my work. So I'll make sure that I hold things up as I do them for you guys. How are we doing? Everybody here coming in? Here we are. There we go. I see Maina, Robin, Brian, Carlene, Anita is here. Hey, Anita. Chris is here from Oklahoma. Catherine's here. How's Massachusetts, Catherine? Sylvia's here. Welcome, everybody. There's Joe. There's Katrina. Ivor's here from Sweden. Wonderful to be here. I love doing the lives. Hey, Becky. Yeah, we're going to play with the Layered Hummingbird today. And hi, Anya. Yes, the Layered Hummingbird from the Sunny Days new release. There's great. Nans is here. Ans is here. Leslie's here. Belinda. Hey, thanks, Belinda, for being here. Sometimes you're not here, so it's good to see you again. What was I saying? Oh, normally I have 3 or 4 projects. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Becky. And I'm rushy. So today I decided I'm going to do one big project. I mean, it's just a big, beautiful card and take it easy. Thank you, Carlene. Hey, Dee. And there it is, Sunny Days. Today's the last day, you guys, for the Buy It All Bundle discount price. I believe today was the final day. There's Tiffany. Hey, Tiff. Rose is here. Jody's here. So yeah, if you didn't get the buy it all in with the discount, I think it's 20% off. Remember to like, comment, and share, of course, for the $50 gift certificate. And also it's a new month, and they have the monthly challenge theme. And oh, good, Belinda. I'm glad you made it today. The monthly challenge theme for April is nature, so that's right up my alley. Hey, Susanna, Angela. Yeah, today's the final day, Sunny Days, Buy It All Bundle. So if you haven't gotten it yet, today would be a great day to get it, right? There's Esther, Teresa, Cheryl is here. She got the Buy It All. Excellent. Who said that about the collection in the mail? Oh, Sylvia. She got the whole collection in the mail today. Yay. Bought it. Can't wait to get it, says Rose. Hey, Terry. That's wonderful. Wonderful. I said, hey, Terry, and my computer thinks I said, hey, Siri. Trying to help me out. Ellie, Tina, hello. Tina's in Sweden, too. Holden oven allemal. I need to work on that. Karen Kirkman is here. Good morning. Candace is here. Thank you. I'm happy you're here too. Okay, so much to love in this collection. Thank you very much. All right, so let me show you what I've got on my table. And it's a whole bunch of hummingbird stuff. I want to show you again a couple of things you may have already seen. But just to kind of expand on the different ways that you can color and decorate the good old hummingbird. This one is by Anita, and I'm guessing, Anita, you're here. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong, but it looks like you've used either oxides or distress inks, but also it looks like you kind of used a marker for some of the wing bit here. So maybe you can tell me that. Full set's in the house. Hey, Els is there. She's in the Atlanta airport. Yes, we were messaging. She's on her way to Orlando for the first US show. Hey, Diane. Katrina. Yes, isn't this beautiful? So Anita, if you could tell me, am I right? Did you work in a little marker there, or did you just have like a teeny tiny little something or other to color those wings like that? I'm curious. Yeah, that's pretty. So this one is watercolor and lots of heavy, bold watercolor. And if you Google um, hummingbird, there are a million different colorful ones. So, there's no right or wrong way to color it. It can be anything you want. Oxide and distress used together, and sometimes I use zig markers. Okay, thanks, Anita. That's what I thought. I kind of thought. This was all oxides. And I believe on the packaging, when I did this, it was regular distress. So a little bit of a difference as far as, color boldness and whatnot, especially with photography for packaging. And then I thought, as I was getting ready for the live, I thought, well, I have everything here except something done with alcohol markers. So I did this like 5 minutes ago. Truly, I love pressure. This is alcohol markers. So it's very similar looking to this one, which was oxides. I just changed up the colors a little bit, but I used my Olo alcohol markers. Astrid, hello. Who said that about, was that Belinda? Just got Zig Blender pen to try with the Zig Clean Color Brush markers. I'm wondering if it's worth getting those Zig markers. Everybody loves them. Everybody's using them. I use like some old Tombow markers. Hey, Ingrid. Tombow and Marvy and, just sort of a mishmash of water-based markers. Of course, I love the Olos, but you don't want to use Olos on everything. Alcohol markers on everything. So I'm curious how many people have that Zig brand and if they like them. Lots of Copic markers have dried up. Many I didn't even use. Yeah. Yeah, Belinda. Yep. I know how it is. All right. So I've got a whole bunch of colors you can barely see up here. A whole bunch of just regular distress. And we're going to make something like this. And I don't know if Kim is here yet or if she will be today, but Kim Gowdy was my inspiration because one of the samples I showed early on when the release first came out was a planner page that she had done where she actually cut through the paper, the flower, like we're looking through this paper to another piece of paper back there. And I just thought that was so unique and different and added a little bit extra dimension because, of course, these are die cut and popped on top, but then to have a few that are actually cut out of the paper and you're looking through, I thought that was really cool. Chris, I do have Zigs, but I love my Copics. You can also pick up oxide ink with the Zig marker. Oh, okay. And D, you have Zig markers? Okay. I might have to get some. I don't know where I'll get them, but I'll find them. Yeah. Oh, somebody was at Art Specially. Who was that? Anya? I saw all the great pictures. Artesia markers, but of course they're not making them anymore. Oh, bummer. Bummer, bummer. So I don't know if you noticed the detail in this card, but there is some stamping on pattern paper, which I like to do. Now, that doesn't stand out very well there, unless I hold it way up to the camera. It's sort of faint because I used an orangey kind of ink, trying to be kind of clever, but I decided you could try embossing with red embossing powder or just stamping in a little darker color, which is more like a red here. So I like that better. Ingrid still loves her Tombows. And what did Belinda say? I love the Zig markers. I usually water mine down a lot. Oh, okay. Hey, Sandra from Alberta. So I'm going to make that same card, but I'm going to switch up the paper a little bit and the card base. So it's going to have a whole kind of different feel to it. And if you stay with me, I'm going to ask your opinion about some color choices as we go, and I'm going to honor the most votes. So you get to vote in. Yeah. Dyneke. Good. Yes, don't forget to like, comment, and share, of course, as always, right? Okay, so this is a 5x7 inch card. I'm going to stamp a little bit on the inside here in a bit. But this is my little reminder to myself that this is going to be the piece that goes down here. But because we're only going to see a little bit of it, I hate to have all that waste of, you know, all that inside paper. And I want to see the yellow, so I'm going to flip it around. So I put some double-sided tape, like 1/4 inch or whatever, and I'm going to grab my blade and a ruler and a cutting mat. I'm just going to cut a little window, 1/4 inch in, so inside this tape basically. And this is my big old quilting ruler. This doesn't have to be perfect at all, but I'm going to just try to keep it fairly straight. By the way, can you guys hear me okay? Because I'm sitting today. I'm sitting down a lot lower than when I stand, I'm right under the microphone. So you'll have to let me know, am I okay? Thank you, Margot. I'm glad you like the new collection very much. Okay. I'm already working on the next collection, you guys. That's how it is. Oh, good. You can hear me fine. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Yeah, you just never know. Never know with Facebook. You never know what's going to happen. So I'm glad all is well. Okay, let's see if we've got all the way through here. And I'm sure that you guys have done this for years. I'm lazy, so I don't normally conserve paper like a good girl. But we're going to put this in here so that we can see through it, or through that to here. Okay, so that's a good practice to kind of save on your papers. Still hoping for a fox. Oh, did you ask for a fox? Who was that? Who said a fox? No YouTube. I don't know how to dual stream yet. We're figuring that out, Vanessa. It'll be on YouTube immediately after this, so I'm still trying to catch up. It takes a certain bit of software that I don't have. Well, I have it. I bought it, but I still can't get it to work with the ECD YouTube channel, so we're working on it. Bristol Smooth Card is really helpful to blend the zig markers. Yeah, I love Bristol. I use it all the time. It's really super nice. And Robin says that that yellow paper is her favorite. Hey, Donna from Florida. Donna Shirley. Okay, so let's get all the bulk out of here. Open this out. This is where my head's probably going to come into play in the camera. So if it does, I'm sorry. So this piece is just a little bit smaller than our card front. So if the card is 5 by 7, then this is 4 3/4. Oh golly, 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. Well, you know what? That's double-sided tape from Elizabeth Craft Design, so that's not coming up. No siree, Bob. I would love some eagles. Eagles. Soft finish cardstock also with the Olos. Yeah, I do too. That's what I use mostly with the Olos. That was Anita that said that. So this can pop back in, and we don't care that it doesn't fit back in perfectly because we're not going to see some of that. So now I'll switch to this. Thank you so much, Vanessa. Thank you. I'm so happy. It's very bright and cheerful. So I'm very happy that you like it. All right, so approximately kind of in here. We don't care if it's perfect because we're going to overlap some of that. Margot, like, comment, and share. Good girl. Yep. All right, let's see. That's for the inside. We'll do that in a moment. Actually, we'll do all our stamping right now. So we're going to use that big nature stamp from Large Nature. I'm going to use this one with the leaves. I can't get my hummingbird. I can't wait to get my hummingbird die. It's on its way. Yay. Susanna says the bugs are definitely her favorite this time. The biologist in me likes them so much. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool to hear. Love that. Okay, so on the inside, I'm just going to do some stamping with 2 different colored green inks. And you could use any color. Like I said, I think at the intro video, leaves, whatever, they don't always have to be green. Thank you, Sandy. I'm so glad you love it. Thank you. So I'm going to use 2 different shades of VersaFine Clair, Grass Green and Green Oasis. And it's a really big stamp, and I don't have, like, I don't want to put it in the platform because I want these to go off the edge anyway. And it's a 5x7, so it's like not going to happen. So I'm going to go with, this is the lighter color, Grass Green. I put it right on my ruler. I think I saw Esther do that once. You know, it's kind of like those Tim Holtz, the big stamp doohickeys he used to have. Those, I don't know what they were. What are they called? I got stuck in the way. That's why I didn't like his, because they were flat. I couldn't get a hold of them. Hummingbird has a place in my hobby room where I can see him all the time. Aw. Hey, Honora. Oh, you guys changed your time over the weekend, right? See, that works great. Yeah, you guys are a little bit different than us. All right, so I'm going to do that again down here. Close by in the southern status, bowls. Hello, Annette from the bag. Oh, hey, Teresa. Teresa's here from Portugal. Okay. There's the light green. Now let's go with a little darker, and I don't need to, you know, clean that because I'm going lighter to darker. So this is Green Oasis. You know, I actually kind of like sitting down. Yeah, that's why it's different. Yeah. So let's see. We can do this here a little bit. Just kind of mixing in dark and a little lighter green. You know, do you guys do the insides of your cards? A lot of people don't. I like to. Let's put this one. Gotta make sure nothing's around. My ruler's so big. Oh. Yeah, and I'm getting it all over the table. That's okay. Maybe a smaller ruler would be nice. Okay, that's good for the inside. We'll put that aside. We did, right? That's why it's different. Yep. Hello, Janet. Welcome. Where's my baby wife, Janet? All right, so I will clean it just a little bit, just because I have 2 colors going in there, and I want to stamp the front now. And I think I want to use blue and green on the front, because that's just being different. Why not? So we'll stick with that darker green. So we'll put away Grass Green. We'll stick with Green Oasis, and then I've got Paradise. I wonder if that's going to be too dark. We'll see. What's going on here with y'all? I do the inside of my cards after I write the message. That's a good plan because you never know how long it's going to be, or if you mess up. Sometimes I'll write and it just messes up, like I'll spell something wrong or I'll leave out a whole word. I don't usually decorate the inside of my cards because I make too many of them. Oh, I like to decorate my envelopes. Oh, that's a great idea, Dee. I love that. Okay, so now we're going to take that piece. This is the piece we're going to cut through later, but we're going to do just a little bit in the bottom and the top, just like before. And I think I'm going to rotate this a little bit so it's a little bit easier on me. All right, so let's do a little green first. That's what I was saying. Yeah, envelopes. I don't remember. By the time I'm ready to mail something, it's like, oh, just get it in the mail. I'm already late or something. But I do love doing that from time to time when I think of it. It's like extra special. Okay, that's actually very nice and green. Do I even need blue? Okay, here's where y'all tell me. Should we do blue as well or should we leave it alone? So blue or leave it? That's my question for you. While I kind of clean up again. And I'll show you the other one. I just did in one color, that reddish color. I didn't do two colors. Not to influence your vote. I'm just curious what you think. How about coloring, watercoloring? Okay, blue, leave it, leave it. Leave it. I like it how it is now. Okay, I'm gonna leave it. I kind of agree. I like that. I don't wanna do too much. Thank you guys. Tiffany says leave it. All right, well, there we go. Leave it, leave it. Okay. I don't think I'm using this anymore for the cards, so I'm just gonna put my ruler aside with the stamp right on it. And this is ready to go. Let's ink it. Ink it. Do you like to ink with color or always is it brown? Sometimes I like to ink with color, but I think I am going to do a little vintage photo here. Barbara, watercolor bird, watercolor bird. I might have missed something you said, Barbara, because I don't know why you're saying watercolor bird. Is that you're voting for how you want me to color my bird? Flat embossing plate works well also. Oh, yeah, especially a brand new one that isn't warped, right? That's a good idea. Wow, look at all these hearts. Thanks. Okay, we might as well get this inside while we're at it. Usually I decorate a whole lot more than that even for a card inside, but move this for a sec. Oh, look at the back, see? If anybody watched my weekly video, it was about the fires here in South Carolina. I did a planner page, and we finally got a lot of rain. Yeah, it can't be a warped one. We got a lot of rain, and the fires are under control. And they actually caught the 3 kids who started the fire. They were smoking cigarettes on a hike. Isn't that terrible? Okay, so that's our inside. Cute. And our outside. Hey, Barbara. Sorry, late comment. I meant hummingbird. I'm riding in vehicle. Oh, okay. Well, be careful. Be careful doing that. Okay, now we're going to die cut through this one. And we're going to die cut some of those there flowers that are going to set. And the set has been set down. Here it is. I'm going to grab a couple of those flowers. And thankfully they're separate like this. That helps. Good news on the fire. Thanks, Missy. Yeah, thank you, RJ. Yep, thank you, Melissa. Yeah, it's kind of stressful because I'm not, I'm from Florida originally and I'm used to hurricanes and junk like that, but not fire. Scary. So I'm just going to kind of place these 1, 2, 3, maybe like so. And I have them on my little, plate here. And the big shot's behind me. I'm going to try to get it up here. It's just a little too big for the Empress Mini. And the big Empress is back behind me and I don't want to walk across the room, so I'll stay here. Hey, Petra. Thanks, Karen. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how we did. Perfect. Lovely. Okay, and then we can poke these guys out and we can use them. We can use them again. I would just want to color them maybe a little darker, which is what I did on the other card. Don't want anything to go to waste. So these dark orangey ones here are actually cut from this paper, but I just inked over the top a little bit to give them a little definition. Make them pop a little. Robin says she's had very little rain here in Florida, some fires as well. Yeah, you'll take the hurricanes. Yeah, it's like you can't do anything if there's no rain. You're helpless. You gotta be careful. But they rage and they come whether you want them to or not. Okay, so I did also die cut those same 3 flowers out of this strip, and this is from the Colorful Collective paper collection, and this is one of the border strips that has all the little specklies in it, which I like to use as opposed to solid cardstock because you still get that texture and that pattern when you color over that. And colored cardstock is just sort of plain. I mean, you could stamp a texture over the colored cardstock. The card with the hummingbird is beautiful, says Brenda. Thank you. So what I'm going to do with this, it's already sort of a peachy color, but I think I want to make it a little more pinkish red. So I got picked raspberry. I'm going to go over the top. And I'll hold this up so you can see how we can still see the texture, but now it's a pink flower instead. So do all these. And if I have time at the end, if I run out of time, this will be done. But if I have time, we'll whip together a little ATC card I have ready over here. Okay, so if I hold these up for you, you will see that you can still see all that little texture and pattern. And it's just, to me, it's just more interesting. Thanks, Belinda. Yeah, it's just something different. I'm always trying, because otherwise you're hunting for coordinating cardstock. And, if you have paper and you have inks, you can make it whatever you want. Okay, so now we need to do a little something to these, I think. And I think I'm just going to make them sort of dark blue flowers. Why not? Not too dark. This is Salty Ocean. We'll just do the same thing. I imagine if you used alcohol markers, they're a little translucent, so that could work. And you can still see the texture and the pattern through. So we got those. And we've got 3 pink ones, and then we'll have the 3 yellow that we see through the card. I should have messaged Kim and told her to watch because it was all based on her inspiration. Okay, so we got that ready. What else? We have to do a couple of things before we go too far because things will be going off the edge and you want to cut it. Thanks, Karen. She says the flowers look great. Thank you. So what I have next is some of the leaves. There's like 2 loose leaves in the die set, and then there's a set that is like this with a little stem. So I'm just cutting apart the stemmed one, and you can see some of these are already colored here. Again, pattern paper from the collection. It's that same, I think that's the same one. Yeah, it's the same one as the card front. So I've got a whole bunch here. I don't know if I'll use all these, but you can see I've kind of shaded around some. So let's go ahead and finish that. I got Mowed Lawn here. I've really enjoyed using distress inks to color paper. Oh, good, Barbara. Yeah, it's kind of fun. And you can use any ink, really. I like stamping on pattern paper. I do it often. So I'm just kind of going around the edges, and I'll hit it at the base a little bit more. This sort of brings out all those little score lines too that are in the die. And then I've got this little one. We'll cut that. Yep, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Anybody that's here from, oh, there's Kathy. I was just going to talk to you, Florida people. Any chance of making a video creating a summer book with that beautiful paper pad? Well, did you see the live last week? I'm doing a summer card box with Esther's Card Lab collection with my paper. I'm going to do that class live on the ECD page in June. So if you didn't see it yet. But I was going to ask the Florida people, how many of you are going to go see Els and Yoop and all the ECD stuff at the Orlando Expo, the Scrapbook Expo. If I still live there, I'd be going, that's for sure. But I'm going to be at the Virginia one. I'm going to be in the booth, helping out, having fun. Okay, so what I'm going to do with my leaves here, oh, I have to do a little more stamping, I almost forgot. So I have this cut apart from the paper, Colorful Collective, and I'm going to take a little of that Salty Ocean and just hit that white edge out there. Hey, Vicky, welcome. When do we get more information about the workshop in June? I don't know exactly, Miriam, but I think everything is due, like the homework, all the things are due from me early May, so I'm sure you'll be hearing about it a little bit before then or around that time. All right, good thing I didn't put the stamp away because I want to use it again. We're going to stamp a little bit on here to tie this in together with the rest of the business. So I wish I could go to the expo, Barbara says. I'll be taking care of a family member. Oh, well, that's nice of you. Too far away, Fenna? Yeah, a little bit. I'm thinking you'd have to make quite the flight. Okay, so I am going to stamp this. Now here's where the blue will come in. I am going to use blue, Paradise. And I think this time I'm going to pick it up because I want a little more control than the ruler is going to give me. Tiffany wanted to go so bad. She just can't make it work. I told Els that you were hoping to go, but you couldn't get it to work, and she was bummed, Tiff. She was bummed out. I'm sure she would have liked to seen you again. Okay, so I'm going to take this little card and just add a little bit of stamping of the leaves off the edges. Just a little tiny bit. And it'll make more sense later when it all comes together. Let's see, I'll do a little here. Okay, and we don't care if I didn't get the whole thing over there because the hummingbird's head is going to go up there. Let's see, maybe one more little spot here. Okay, cool. And I love the little speckles in that stamp. I don't know about you guys, but I love that splatter. It's kind of fun. Okay, give that just a second to kind of dry a little, and I'm going to color that. So while we wait for that to dry, we can start to put a few leaves down on here. So let's see. Let's just start doing it. Let's not think too much. And I don't have to put glue on the whole thing because it's not all going to get stuck on there. Catch us at the next one. Yeah, well, Tiff, you can come on up to Virginia. Yeah, right. All right, I'm going to stick one there. And I'm going to stick one there. And I'll put one up there under a flower in a moment. Got a couple. I'm picking some that go different ways, like, you know, they don't curve the same way. Yeah, I wonder, do we have any do I know anybody in Virginia? Will I see anybody I know there? I hope so. They had a scrapbook expo here in Greenville once, or maybe they had it again. But it's definitely not on the list for Elizabeth Craft Designs to come to. All right, let's see. I want to put a few more, but not too many. So maybe I'll put just some, let's see. On my other card here, I kind of covered up my hummingbird, so I'm trying to stay away from doing that again. So I'll come down a little bit lower. And I think I'll just put two more. Oops. Maybe one more up here, two more up here. Any close to Ohio? I don't know. If you do a quick Google search, it comes right up. Elizabeth Craft Designs Scrapbook Expo 2025. It comes right up. All the dates, all the locations, and it's on the blog if you search the blog. All right, I think I'll put some up here, even though I didn't on my first card. Is that a new glue stand? Yes, it is. This was a gift. I'll show you in just a minute. It's a gift from a student in Florida, Chantal. Her husband, sometimes I still use my precision glue press, but her husband has a 3D printer. And look, they made one just for me. With my name on the bottom. It's just 3D printed and it's got that silicone thing in there, and I've got a bottle full of this art glitter glue, so I might as well use it. So sometimes I like to use that, just switching it up. Oh, there we go. There's the show dates right there. All right, I'm going to trim off my extra. All those leaves hanging off of there. Okay, cool. And I think I'm going to pop this up. See how pretty that looks? And because I inked with blue before, I'm going to kind of hit those edges that I just cut off with that blue again. All right, now a lot of foam tape. Sorry for the arm. Now you could use a piece of cardboard, which I have done in the past, but I have found that when I go to the post office and get it weighed to ship, it costs so much more because it's not pliable, it's not bendy, it's very stiff. So I've gone back to using just 3D tape, foam tape, because this can bend in the mail, and something about that, if you don't do that, it costs extra. So I just use a bunch. Hopefully I'm not getting this all messed up on the front. Nope, I'm good. Okay, there's that. And then I might stick a little piece over here and down here since I have extra bits. And then I'll put just a few big pieces in the middle. Yeah, 5x7 I think costs extra anyway. Oh, Kathy, you can't go to the Scrapbook Expo because I had a great time in both Al's and David's classes the past year in Wellington. Oh, okay. At Michelle's. That's fun. And I'm not going to see you on this cruise, am I, Kathy? I'm so used to seeing you on the cruises. All right, I guess that's enough. What do you guys think? That's good? That's good. Okay. Stick that over there. And now we can get this down. It depends on your liking, but you could build the entire front of the card first before you do this. But I'm just going to go for it. And I'm throwing all this stuff on the floor because the trash can's way over there. Yeah, I've got the Alaska cruise in May. Very excited because I've never been to Alaska. Then we've got Banff in October. And then next crafty cruise is New England in 2026. Very excited about that. That's almost sold out already. Okay, that looks kind of cool, right? See how it's just, you know, like you could pop yellow flowers on there, but it's just kind of cool to have them recessed like that. So thank you, Kim Gowdy, for the idea. All right, I don't think I'll use this for a bit, so I'll roll that away. 20 minutes, we're doing good. Okay, now I can put this on here. I think. Might as well, yeah. Okay. Thanks, Teresa. Cruise sounds wonderful, says Linda. Yes, the cruises are super fun because can you imagine crafting and cruising? It's pretty perfect. I have to say, I love it. Okay, so we've got that. Now let's get to the hummingbird. That's the star of the show, and then we'll do all this other bit here. So I have some helpful tips on putting him together that I find work tremendously well. Let me get another piece of paper. Hello, Patricia. Thanks, Dee. Thanks, Karen. Yeah, it's a simple little thing. Okay, so I'm going to make this a very colorful hummingbird. So I'm starting off with Twisted Citron, which is a really bright neon, wonderful green. And I'm going to color the whole base bird. I'm not going to do the beak with the green. No, I'm not, because I have some plans for that. So I'm going to leave that kind of blank for now. But everything else, for sure, you want to fill it in. Yeah, Tiffany knows those crafting cruises are amazing. Tiffany is usually my assistant on all of them. We've done them, what, how many years? 4 years, you think, Tiff? All over. And she's my assistant. She gets to come and help and gets a free cruise out of the deal. But because of Alaska, my husband's going to come. So he's going to be in the classroom helping out. Okay, so base bird, he's ready. I'm going to put a little, I think, brown for his little beak. Again, it's just like doing the paper flowers. There's no right or wrong with the hummingbird. Nobody's going to receive the card and say, this is not a true hummingbird. And if they do, you need to snatch that card right back from them. Because that's not nice. That's not nice at all. And we don't care if it's exactly, you know, accurate. While I'm at it with the brown, I'm going to do this piece of the eye, and I know you probably can't see it, but it sort of looks like he's wearing a little mask, his eyeball. So I'm going to get that colored brown. This is that little tiny piece of his eye. And I'll set that aside, hopefully not lose it. But while I had the brown, I might as well. And I think I'll do the feet brown too. So I do have them all cut from soft finish white. And get a little more ink. The feet are teeny tiny. One of them is a little longer than the other, so you'll see how that comes together. It's easy to do once you realize which one you're putting on first. Yeah, Terry, I think he is really going to like it. Yeah, and his buddy that he smokes cigars with here, Walt, he's coming too. Of course, Tiffany will be there. Tiffany's going to be there with her sister and her niece. and her brother-in-law. It's going to be great. I can't wait. Okay, so anything else brown? I don't think so. Okay, so let's move him and start doing the wings. So I have the big wing here, and then there's another big wing over the top. These two go like this. Okay, so I'm going to start with those, and I'm going to go in with mowed lawn, kind of at the bottom up. I can't imagine if I had picked more than one project to do. Ooh, who's going to Norway? Who said that? Debbie? Oh, fun. Good thing I only picked one project to do because it's already 14 more minutes and I'm supposed to be done. So I'm just blending some of that salty ocean with some of that mowed lawn. And you for sure get pretty inky doing this, but that's part of the fun, right? So we'll do a little green on the bottom of this as well. I would just keep a baby wipe handy and just kind of clean your fingers from time to time, especially if you're going to switch up colors altogether. I have learned by my own mistakes. Just take a second to clean up. Okay, so that's the blue and the green. And I think I'll do a little blue, that same blue and green on his little chest piece, which is this funny looking thing right here. Feel free to go over, says Diane. Okay. She gave me permission. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing, and I think I will do sort of green on the front of this chest here. And it looks good, and I'll do that blue on the back part. It's so much fun to play with, and I love these colors. Maybe why I love hummingbirds. Yeah. It's just fun to experiment with all different things. Watercolor, alcohol, oxides, everything. Okay, so there's all the blue and green pieces, my bright green bird. Let's do some pink and purple. So I've got picked raspberry and wilted violet, very bright. And I'm going to take the next size up wing partner with each big wing. So this big piece here, and this is the partner with that. So this one is the big one that goes with the second wing. If you're confused, you just look at the packaging. It's pretty clear. So this is going to be real pink. So is this. And we might blend this up into purple, I think, a little bit. Just a little, because we're going to put purple on the top, tippy top piece, which is still coming. So we'll just kind of blend a little bit of that up there. Okay, this one too, just a little bit on the top. Okay, and then the pieces that go on top of those pieces, I will do all purple. Wilted violet. Let the party start. When do you go, Debbie? Did you say next year? So this is wilted violet. Keep that with that guy. And this little skinny piece. Okay, put that over there with that one. And then what should we do for the tail? Green? Yes. Okay, I gotta wipe up a little bit. Thanks, Debbie, so much. I'm glad you like it. It's very fun. Okay, so we're done with the pink. We're done with the purple. Let's go back to some mowed lawn green. And we're going to do this tail base piece. Darker. Let's do it darker. And we could blend some blue in this, but maybe not. Let's leave that just green. And then we'll go with our bright twisted citron for this tail piece that goes over top of that tail. Come down here where there's no ink. Whoa, careful, it's delicate. Oh, golly, so rough. Sorry. Take it easy, Annette. Okay, now we just have this one body piece left. So let's do a little something to that. So that breastplate piece we already did with the green and the blue. So let's go a little softer. Oh, that's so funny. This is a Etsy order. I don't want to do that. Let's keep it over here. So now I'm going to use some tumbled glass just for a little lighter blue belly. Okay, and we'll go back to the green mowed lawn. I'm going to do the head all around the back here. And I'm doing just a little softer. It doesn't have to be real dark on this piece because we're going to overlap the darker pieces on top of that. So that looks good. Leave a little shine of white in there. Okay, I think I've colored everything. It's a lot. It's a lot of fun. All right, let's get it together. I'm going to work on a piece of black here so we can see everything really well. Yeah, don't forget, like, comment, and share. Thank you, Marianne. Is it Marianne, Mariana, or something else? I would love to know. Because I want to get it right, you know? Okay, so here's the biggest tip of all when you're building your hummingbird. Start with this big, big wing, this one that goes here. Everything falls into place if you do this first. Something about trying to start with some other part, like the chest or the main, body piece. I don't know. It just doesn't fall into place properly for me. And I designed the die, so this just goes right in here. And a little bit of space all the way around with your bright green. Once that's in place, everything else falls right into place perfectly. So now I'm going to take the next big wing that's above it. This is just the order I like to do it from here, but I would always suggest starting with that big one. So this guy also floats right in the middle of the bright green, like so. Yep, it is like a puzzle, like a little puzzle, Diane, I agree. Very relaxing puzzle, indeed. Okay, so I think we could go with this one. Sure, why not? Because the wings are sort of indicating where this is going to sit now. See these little indentions and areas here that just kind of tells you where to put it. Couldn't be easier. And then, of course, the tail will go here. We could scooch that up a little bit more. Okay. I'll show you the ATC. I did one that's finished, Teresa, and then I don't know if I'll have time to actually put together the second one, but I'll show you how you can make 2 ATCs pretty darn quick from one big stamp. That's what I like about assembling dies, like a puzzle. Yep, I agree. Okay, this piece also fits into the puzzle nicely, and I'll show you. I'll hold it up because there's these funny little things that jut out from this piece. So I hope I don't put my head in the camera, so sorry if I do. Let's see. This touches over here, and his little face lines up over here. Okay, so just take a quick look at that. See how that little piece juts into that area there? And everything else touches. This touches here, this touches here. I find that helpful to know that. How to make ATC 2? Okay, I'll try. I gotta quit talking so much, maybe. Hurry up. What time is it? 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. So this part's easy. It just goes right over the top, lines right up with what's already there. No spaces. Lovely. And then we got our wing accents here. This first one, again, always refer to the packaging in the picture, but this one floats a little, meaning it doesn't touch the edges when you put it on. You can still see the green and the blue back there. And then this one touches the top. You can try it different ways. And by the way, all these added pieces, you don't have to do all these pieces. You can do just some of the pieces, just like the layered honeybee from, the very beginning. You can use all the layers. You can use some of the layers. That's where it's all you. So there's no wrong way. It's fun to watch it come together, says Jody. Thanks. Let's go, Annette. Let's go. She's cheering me on. I love it. Okay, that one floats as well, and then this one touches across the top just like the other one. I love that purple and that hot pink together. That's fun. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, feet and eyes, and then I'm going to tell you a little, I forgot its little, what is this thing called, you guys? It's like his little neck thingy. Is there a name for that? I didn't color that. Let's make it purple. Maybe let's call it his little gobbler. I don't know. He's not a turkey. I bet you there's a name for that thing. But I didn't want to forget it. So. Okay, this goes, it touches from one end to the other. So you just kind of play around with it till it's touching at the top and the bottom here of his little headpiece. And then his little feet. So put the shorter foot on first. The other one's just a touch longer. And the shorter one touches the body and floats in the space. And then the longer one goes up into the body and kind of overlaps the first one a little bit. Okay. Like so. Okay, little eyeball, or his little mask part of his eyeball. A lot of the birds that I'm seeing that people do, they sometimes, the birds are looking like they're stunned, and there's a way to avoid that. Gorget or gorget. It sounds like a French word, gorget or gorget. You'll have to tell me. Yeah. Okay, so the deal with the eyeball is let's not make it white, okay? Because if you make this big eyeball piece white, then it looks like he's just like deer in the headlights, scared. So I take a black marker and I color that big circle black. So we'll get that on next. And then, believe it or not, there's a teeny little white dot right there for his eye. And we don't want to put that smack in the middle of this black because it's a shine spot. It's not part of his eye. It's a little shine. It's in English. I don't know it in French, LOL. Okay. So it must be gorget, I'm thinking. Did you Google that or did you know that? I want to know. Putting a teeny little dot of glue. Got my little pickup stick here. And I'm putting the little shine up and to the left. And I must have had a little black on the tip of that thing. But so this way it looks a little more natural. He doesn't look like he's staring, like caught shocked at something he just heard. Okay, he's done. He's done, he's done. And I need your vote once again. So if I'm going to put our hummingbird on here, and I'm going to pop him up for sure. And there's going to be pink and blue flowers kind of scattered around here in a certain way. Let's put that one, say, there. Okay. If I were to make a tag that says, wishing you the very best, would you color it in pink like this? Now, mind you, we're gonna have 2 layers behind here. And one of them is going to be blue. Or would you rather see it colored in blue? So pink or blue? What brand is my pickup stick? This is old. It's a Marvy Jewel Picker. And I got the fancy Gina K one, but things fall off of it. So I went back to this one. It has a big bulb on one end and a smaller bulb on the other, and it's fabulous. So pink or blue, you guys? I'll start getting flowers down while you think about that. I might put a little leaf behind this one. We'll see. So I'll just put a little glue in the middle so I don't, if I want to stick a leaf under there, I can later. Whoops. Maybe a little more glue. There we go. Pink, 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 pink. Okay, good. I'm so glad. You guys are picking the things I want you to pick. Very happy. Okay, we'll put this one here. Hold it a minute. And, oh, I do have another pink flower over there I forgot about. Let's see. Here. I like to kind of overlap into the open ones too. So this guy, yeah, we could put that down there. Why not? Okay, and then our pink ones, we could put one, we're going to come up here with this guy, taking a little drink. We could put one there. A little lower. Whoop. This is where building the card before you pop it on here might have been good. I'm trying hard not to buy this die, but now I have to have it, says Barbara. Well, I'm glad you like it, and I'm glad. Sometimes it just takes seeing somebody play around with it to really sell it, you know, kind of thing. I think I'll put this one here. That happens to me all the time, so don't feel bad. Okay, so this is from the Tag Variety Pack, and then the stamping is from the Playful Sentiments, and I did color it in pink. I'm glad you picked that, and I stamped it in black first, something that doesn't smear. So VersaFine Claire, probably. And what I want to do is I took 2 of these, and I want to make like a double border around it, because when I did my first one, I didn't quite like the big wide border that it put on here. So I'll show you what I mean. So let's go with blue on one of them. So we're just gonna color most of it. This is that salty ocean. Okay, and then the second one we'll do pink, because we picked pink for the coloring, and we'll do the same thing. We'll come in about the same amount. And there is a method to my madness. I'm getting there. Okay. Get rid of that. I'm afraid I'm going to get that all over something else. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to put this on this one, and then this on this one. But we can't do that because this would cover that completely up. So there's a little indentation just inside of all the little dots, the little stitchy dots that are in this particular die. So I'm just going to cut right along that edge the best I can while I'm live. Thank you, Gail. Betty's bundle arrives today. Yay. Oh my gosh. All right, so Betty, do you dig right in or do you wait for the weekend? Like, I don't know how busy you are, but I'd have a hard time not digging right in if mine came in the mail today. Okay, so that allows us to have that. Let's flip it around. I did a little bit better job, I think, this way. And then this can go in the middle, and then we have sort of a border around everything. It's not perfect because I'm live, but you get the idea. Take your time if you're going to do it. Make it look good. Just round this a little bit more. I never think to color paper like this. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting to the point where I don't have a ton. I mean, I have a lot of colored cardstock, but I'm noticing that I am burning through it now. And I don't want to go out and buy more if I have some alternative ideas like this. That's why when I did my colorful collective paper collection, I make sure that I put fairly solids on the backs so that you can use that instead of cardstock, hunting down cardstock all the time. Okay, now I think we should pop up the hummingbird and the stamped phrase. I hope you agree. Oops. David is, thank you, Astrid. Hey, Wendy, thank you. Betty digs right in. That's what I like to hear. I was going to color in those leaves right there that I stamped on the paper. I did do it on this card. So I may take the time afterwards. See how the leaves are colored in with the green here? I'll do that later. I think I got all this. Oh, no, that one. Okay, so we'll pop this up here. And I want to make sure I still see this flower and he's not going off the edge. We'll pop this up. And also after, I want to show you the ATC. So after that, and after I'm done, I'm going to add some gems in the flowers. See how I have gems here? Just some little sparkly gems in the centers of all my flowers. There's a flower center in the die, but I felt like it could use a little sparkle. Is this going to fit? Okay. Your tips and ways to stretch our dies is fantastic. Oh, that's wonderful to hear, Gail. Thank you. Dies, paper. I mean, we're all in the same boat. Things cost money. Okay. There's that. Okay. Well, until I put my gems on there, what do we think? It's very tropical, very fun, very cheerful. Man, I'd love to get a birthday card like this. Wouldn't that be fun? Kathy just got her ECD order today, putting all the dies on white magnetic board, tracing around the pieces so I know where to put them. Then I make samples on scrap. What a great idea. Do you have the link to order the glue stand? I can get it for you, Catherine. She's got an Etsy shop. So I'll have to, I'll do that in the, when I post the picture of the finished card, I'll do that. I hope I remember. If not, you know where to find me. You can message me. Thanks, Anne. Okay, so I had a sheet with that one, the leaf stamp. This guy that's all messy. And I had stamped it out and I had colored it in, and I think I showed it in the, the debut videos. And there's just enough to that stamp to cut it in half and make 2 ATC cards. So I already had an extra little hummingbird. So I just popped it on one of David's dies with the ATC card die and the, that stamp on there. Popped it on there, and popped another hummingbird. You don't have to have the whole hummingbird. See, you can go off the edge. And then Sweet Life, that's from my stamp set. So I have another one here. I could use this one, or where's the one that I colored with the alcohol marker? I could use that one. Where'd that go? Those are nice colors too. I can't find her. That would be, oh, here, right here. No, no, because this has red. I think this would be better. So yeah, I mean, you get the idea. I would glue this on here, cut this off. Sorry, bird. Ink the edge of this, and then pop it on there and get it onto our frame, and then put my little thingy on the back. So I think I'll stop there. I've finished this. I'll take a picture of the finished card and the ATCs and the other card that I did before the live, and I'll post all that in the family page. Okay. Thanks, Barbara. Thank you so much. Thanks, Ans. I don't know how to say you're welcome in Dutch. So happy that you like it. Thanks, Robin. Thank you guys for joining me. David is here on Friday. I don't know what David's going to do, but I can't wait. I'll be watching. So take care, everyone. Thanks, Diane. Thank you, Vicki. And I'll see you next time. And watch for David on Friday.